that wants to open up 5 locations. We're trying to get them to some locations. We found some perfect spots, and they say, well, what did they do? Prepaid phones. Sorry, Shock Electronics already has the exclusive here, or Sprint's already got the exclusive. You can't come in. So that's a problem. Most people don't know that a lot of times there's exclusives in these centers where they will, not let you into their center, or office building. Offices are okay, but usually you get into the retail and you do run into some issues with that. So I think that's a problem. Interpreting the commercial real estate terminology, we talked about that. Understanding government rules, huge. Probably the funnest one was these landscape guys came into, again, out of Wisconsin. We moved a lot of people from Wisconsin. We love Wisconsin. I'm licensed over there also, but they're landscape wholesalers, and they were setting up in St. Paul, and they wanted to open up here. And I found them a great warehouse in St. Paul. And part of that is when you do the government regulations, you have to turn in because landscapers and gardening supplies, they do have some materials that are considered caustic. So this was about the time the Republican National Convention was going on, key phrase, in St. Paul. And, they supply everything except the plants. So they got fertilizer. Oops. Oh, well, guess what?
A lot of fertilizer.
Yeah, so guess what? We get a call. I get a panicking call from my guy. We're really close to getting everything approved. My guy calls me up from Wisconsin. He's so funny. He says, what the H is going on? They're turning us down. Who are these guys? Is it because we're from Wisconsin you guys are discriminating against us? What the heck's going on? They won't let us in. I go, please, let me find out what's going on. So I call my contact, and he goes, Scott, what does fertilizer, Republican National Convention, and Homeland Security all have in common? I go, come on. He says, yeah, Scott, who are these guys? I said, you can Google them. They're a real company. And they are. They're huge. Carlin Sales, they're a huge company in Wisconsin. We finally got them in, but if you don't know how to work around government regulations and government people and who to contact, these guys might have never opened up their spot. We have some people that want to be in different areas, and sometimes you may want to put your paint store in a spot, but you have, again, explosives, you have materials that don't work. You can't be next to certain type industries.
You also have certain fire suppression that you're going to need.
Correct.
So there's a lot that goes into a little thing. You want to run a little auto body shop?
Most discriminated people there are right now.
Really?
Auto body.
Even wash
Auto
cars.
repair,
You want to hand
car
wash
repair.
and detail cars? Good luck.
Yeah. They're about the most discriminated people I've seen. And it's almost impossible. We worked with a lot of automotive people. The government rules and regulations of where they can go are restricted. We had one we just did late last year, or just closed in January. It had been a very controversial project. We got it for about 4.5 years. It's on Grand in Cleveland and St. Paul, right by the University of St. Thomas, an old auto repair place and gas station, Amoco. Well, unfortunately, it had been down for about 4 years. It was going to be redeveloped, but nothing, it all fell through. And unfortunately, they pulled the gas tanks out of it, the underground gas tanks. Now, my guy who we represented didn't want to sell gas. But unfortunately, as soon as they take the gas tanks out, it converts us to a different category of building and district it can be in. So we actually had to go to all the neighbors within 100 feet and get 75% of the people to even sign a petition that it was okay to open up an auto repair before we could even go to the next stage. And so you don't know these things and these regulations. You have all the best intentions. You go sign a lease, then you go find out, and all of a sudden you get a knock on the door, and there's a building inspector. You can't have your business in here. Your type of business isn't allowed in this area. Now you spent all your money and did everything, so you have to be very careful about that. Negotiations, we're really good on negotiating because we know what are hot buttons. We're there to protect you. It's very stressful, time-consuming. We know the art of negotiation, and that's what we really are good at. Create leverage. We can create competitive opportunities for you by showing you multiple spaces and working, one side against the other of landlords who today, concessions and incentives, we're not finding that many anymore. The markets got very hot. When we were out showing those guys, some of the prices were what? Up about
almost 200% what they were last year.
Yeah.
Really?
For retail space. $2 to $6 a foot we're finding increases in retail space. Drive past the strip malls, drive past your shopping centers. They're full. It's changed. I'm telling you, you may not know it, but I'm telling you, since the late third, early fourth, prices have gone up in retail. So, and we're starting to see that in office space, huge office deals going on. But we know where there are some concessions being done. We still know where there are some incentives. And again, if we can meet your budget, that helps here, right there, the bottom line. And that's what you're in business for. So time management, again, we're commercial real estate professionals. You do your business your best way. That's what you should be concentrating on. We should be part of your team so that you can focus on your business. Experience, again, 40 years in the experience that I have. George's been with me for about 9 years, and I've been a construction, restoration, real estate, former state licensed building official, commercial real estate building, so I have a pretty good idea of everything, and that's what you get for expertise. And again, the landlord pays us, kind of cool. So basically, please go to our Facebook fan page, find the office space, like us, which we like to have. If you need to get a hold of us, we'll be here for a while. We've got some contact information. We've got a few handouts we can do, and anything we can help you with, let us know. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll answer questions. Thanks.